Greetings guys, this is Blade Rich. Happy Friday, and we're on to the weekend now, boys, which is excellent. So hopefully we're all chilling. In today's video, again, we'll be mostly doing just low sec PvP. But Harpy, Hookbill, Merlin, and I think that's all we've been flying in this video. Here you're just seeing a couple of DDs that I did. I got real nice drop in this first one. Only done 2 DD sites, you'll see the loot of both of those. The B type adapted drop there, which is a nice 400 mil, so fantastic, a nice little drop there, another 100 mil, so all in all about 550 mil from 2 sites. Beautiful, man. That's only like a couple of hours to do that. Beautiful. Yeah, thankfully did get those good drops because we lose a lot of ships. So 500 mil in loot probably last me a couple of days. This is a cool outfit against his Cormorant. I orbit him 500 here. He is Blaster Dual Web, and we did take a hefty amount of DPS. But just because our resistances were fairly well. This is the same fight, but this time I believe he has T2 Ricks to give it another bash. And this time I do need to activate my assault damage control just because of the amount of DPS he's putting out and the tracking involved. This dude's probably doing about 650 DPS, which is pretty insane. But just because of resistances, assault damage control, in fact, we are rocking 450 DPS. It's a bit rough for him. You'll see a bit of lag in this video. My computer just like froze up or whatever. I don't know. Wasn't keen on this fight for whatever reason. Maybe it just was, I don't know, freaking out calculating all the DPS for doing this crazy Harpy. No. But I orbit 1k here. Trying to gun his gun somewhat whilst doing as much DPS possible if I were void. And we do so. And that Confessor goes down in short time. You don't take too much damage there. We don't have to activate our assault damage control. It's a cool fight against an Algos and a Wolf. It's just a real shame that this Algos is like, I think it's a web scram, shield extender, 400 plate and small anti or something. I know it was incredibly tanky. I think I had like 15k HP. It was ridiculous, by the way. So it seemed like a weird kind of bait fit potentially. So once I get through this Algos, I should really probably disengaged at this point. I thought, why not? Let's go for it. Maybe a weaker wolf fit. Keep him at 3k here. I notice he's quite tanky and I'm like, nope! Trying to line out, but at this point, assault damage control is wearing off, and I miscalculated it. We go down. So GF to those guys. Now on to a little bit of cheeky Hookbill PvP, which after this patch is just ridiculous, man. I've rated the Hookbill to be the best faction Frigate before the patch, and even after the patch it's just gotten a lot more ridiculous. The rage, DPS increase, you're always using rage in a Hookbill basically. Unless in this situation, which my rage wasn't applying at all, she's using what's it called, a ballistic disruptor, and affecting my application, so I need to switch to faction missiles, orbit him close. Making a lot of his damage, but you've seen how little we were applying for rage here just because of his ballistics guidance thingy disruptor. But yeah, man, Hookbill's pretty goddamn gnarly. I'm scared that, like, it was already kind of a hard one for people to engage, but it's going to be even more so. So I'm scared, man. So I really enjoy flying Hookbills. I hope people still engage them. We'll see. Maybe people just start flying a lot more Hookbills and not just fight constant Hookbills. But I'm just against the Official Fleet. This skins are good to Dieter. I basically ram him. So he's doing exactly the right thing you want to do in the Official Fleet, and I was kind of expecting this. He wants to use Javelin missiles, get out of my rage range, force a 10-second reload on me. And that's how you basically win against most Hookbills, because you don't really win a brawl. The Official Fleet normally. There's some fits that can sort of brawl, but usually you're going to lose a brawl to a Hookbill. So you really want to play your web range and the long point fit like he does. You want to sort of kite out. But thankfully well, we'll see. He might not pull out in time. That's the thing about the Official Fleet, is its cap's really bad and its tank's not the greatest. I think it has only like 4.4k EHP. He's the way that I think he's fit. He doesn't make it, but yeah, they're dear. This is a fight against Snake and his Dramule, which I believe is dual rip. I was actually shooting him initially here, and I was thinking that he's going to be shield buffer fit, but I was very naive. I was just not doing as much damage as what I'd really want to be doing. Because I switched to Scourge, faction missiles. So with the 2 T1 webs and the speed of a Dramule, I'm kind of worried I'm not going to apply my rage missiles. So unfortunately we aren't able to use rage here, and had we been able to use rage and apply, we'd probably nuke through his rips. But unfortunately with the faction missiles, I thought I nearly had him there at one point, but then I don't know if he starts heating or he gets both his reps on and go. It could maybe not be a dual rep one, but he's tanky regardless. I think he has a dual rep one because I can remember we've seen one web. which is indicative of a cap injector. So yeah, I should have maybe disengaged once I realised I wasn't breaking them, which I did, but I'm terrible. I'm miscalculating a lot of these trying to escape kind of things. I line out to this gate, and then he's approaching me, and he approaches... I approach him, basically. Bad line, basically. It comes down to my part. And I'm capped dry, my reps, the small ANSI's done. And yeah, it's looking very bleak for us at this point. And we don't get it at this point. We die here. But nevertheless, it was a nice, good fight against Snake here. Okay, just a fight initially against another hook bill, and his hook bill fit is to be desired. I'm not very keen on it. It wasn't as tanky as what I was expecting out of a hook bill. So I was seeing these buffer, it's like, alright, cool, it's going down a lot faster than what I was expecting, and I'm very pleased. I was wondering if he was maybe the same kind of fit I am, with a medium shield extender and a small ANSI. But he's not, he's just a medium shield extender. I see the Kestrel on the outside, I'm like, plenty of reps still left to go. Killed the hook bill, I'm like, alright, let's go for this. Kestrel's gonna be a bit spicy. I know Ubertur knows his stuff. Again, welcome back to the game, my man. So he ends up being the dual web, medium shield extender, dual plus control. Kestrel. It's actually like pumps out a lot of DPS by him. It's actually quite spooky. But that's because of reps. You see that I'm starting to stress a little bit and it's like line out to forward. I'm like, oh, do I warp off or do I not? But once his shield buffer is gone, he's going to go down like that just because he doesn't have a DCU. And we take it, albeit very close, so GF to both of those pilots. I'm just a little hook bill 1v1 against your good dude, Just Waffle. I'm going to orbit in 4K, keep the AB heated to try and mitigate some damage from his hook bill, just in case maybe he's using Rage and T1 webs, but that probably wouldn't mitigate too much damage here. You'll notice that our buddy here is also using Caldari Navy's Scourge missiles as opposed to Rage, which is a mistake in his part. I bring it up with him after the fight. It's like, oh yeah, god damn it. Which happens, man. We've all been there. Don't have the medium shield extender to mitigate some damage, maybe further. But yeah, you see how relatively close this is? Had he had Rage just punch through a small ANSI, he might have been able to take that one. So, GF there, Waffle. Okay, then on to a little bit of Maryland PvP. This is basically the same fit that we're using the Harpy. I'm just quite a common Maryland fit actually. So what I usually do up against Tormentors before the patch is use Antimatter and orbit them at 500 or 750. But since Void's got a buff, I basically approach him. I would keep him at 1.4k, but I'm scared that he's going to pull range here. And just void him down. This is going to be a DPS race against the Torm versus the Maryland. And we do end up taking it. I'm actually using the Energized Adaptive instead of the Heat Mac Field, which I would normally use in the Maryland. I end up going against this, because you'll see against these muting Tristans, it's basically a DPS race, and the Energized Adaptive makes these fights a little bit spooky. So I'd kill them as quick as I'd like, and basically it's a race. Tank isn't too much of an issue. He nukes us out at this point. I'm like, oh. But we ungroup our guns and we get a few shots off, and we do potentially. Do we kill him? We kill him, but it's too inconsistent. So I went. I basically done away with the Energized Adaptive and put a heatsink back on. Not mag fueled, not a heatsink. Sorry. He sinks for the beams and the pulses. But yeah, we get a new day complete here, and it's a bit of a disaster. These nutritions are very rough for something like this. Maryland and Atrons and Curses. Well, not so much for an Atron, because you can use null and pull out. But like stuff that needs to be close, like in Curses and it's called Maryland's. But if you have the DPS, which you should now because of the patch, it should be fine. Just don't do an Energized Adaptive. I've also sort of thought about maybe doing a 200 plate and downgrading guns. Just for a little thing. That again, that'll be kind of rough against Tristan's. But this is Maryland versus Maryland. You'll notice that he doesn't have a scram. He actually has a medium ANSI and a small ANSI fitted. So this is just a bad fight for me. I should have really warped off. But it seemed close enough, so I stayed. In Curses, you don't really want to brawl him in Curses. I keep him initially at 6k here. I think I turn it to a 5k and use null initially. My plan is to make him switch to null himself. Switch myself to Void, come in and nuke him. I also see a scram here, and that basically means that he's a dual red fit. Whenever you see just a scram, or say like a long point in Curses, he's going to have a cap injector and be dual rep, which is a nightmare of a fit, man. They're so tanky and they take forever to kill, but they have no range control. So you basically have, like I say, range control in the fight. You can decide where to run, scram kite, these kind of things. I'm not too keen on the dual repping curses. I'm kind of sloppy in this fight actually. I'm not on it. Once we get into void range of 1.5k, get the DPS on him, you'll see he starts to fold. We're taking a lot of DPS now, but since he has null loaded, we can sort of tank it, right? He can't, even though he's dual reps, because we're putting out, I think it's 330 DPS. But nevertheless, GF to that lot. We've got nice 2 little fights to end against these guys, which give great fights. It's the same to bring Griffin, but of course that's going to be primary. This is me and the Harpy. I nuked that. I make really big mistakes in this fight, by the way. I believe my next primary is going to be the Executioner. I switched to Null eventually, seeing that they've pulled range, which is a wise choice, keeping my void range. Condor, mate. Condor and Nos in this fight, by the way. They're the 2 big mistakes we made this fight. No idea why I'm not Nossing. No idea why I'm not noticing that Newt. The Newt is catastrophic, and that's coming from that goddamn Condor, mate. So yeah, I'm fairly confident I'm going to kill this Executioner. What I should have done is kill that goddamn Condor, get a cat pressure off us, keep that Nos in something that's in range. Kestrel isn't in Nos range. See, I'm not being very perceptive. I need to be a lot more perceptive in these kind of fights, man. I was kicking myself after this fight. This is a really good fight, but I could have handled this a lot better than what I did. Once we're completely capped dry, it's GG. So, great fight there against these guys. I then go back to Amaki, get into an Algos. See if you want a nice little rematch. Condor's going down first this time, god damn it. So even though it's we're in a destroyer and it's a single newt, that'll do a lot of bad damage to us throughout this fight, because I want to constantly have my small anti running this fight. I turn off the MWD at the start, to make our cap regen as good as possible here. Yeah, again, I want to kill Condor. He's done well. I should have switched to Barrage at this point once they were all scram kiting. Or at least that corner does. I believe the Kestrel ends up doing so as well. I also need to give them props to these guys, because they could have all just disengaged from me in this fight. I believe they stay, and hold the grid like men, which is mad respect. So that Condor that we killed could have just like floated off and then warped off if he wished. And so could have pinched potentially this Kestrel. And you see Barrage would be doing work here. We're heading into like 7.5k, or was that 7.2k for guns. We're not hitting. Hobgoblins aren't really the greatest to be shooting against Armor Tank Kestrel. So we should really crack them back in and got Warriors out to go. So you see, we just weren't quite on it, boys. Not good. We did get a Kestrel as well in props, because like I say, he was your web Kestrel. He could have just disengaged if he wished. And same with the Condor. I then try and kill this Punisher. There's a third party in Tristan that came in that I'm hoping would maybe help me kill the Tristan and the Punisher. Or, I don't know, divert the Punisher's attention away from me, which he doesn't. But, GF to those guys, they were both cracking little fights there. So yeah, boys, that's all the content I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers might also notice that there's now ads on our YouTube videos. Don't hate me, but yeah, we're now like a YouTube partner or whatever, which is cool. Making a little bit of money. Dude, we made 28p yesterday from our ad views, and you might be laughing at that. But dude, that's actually huge for me. At work, every shift or every like couple of shifts, I get a little energy drink that costs 30p. Dude, if I can make like 30p a day from this and like get my little energy drink at work, dude, that's icing on the cake, mate. So I'm sorry about the old ad thing, but I hope you can understand why. Yes. Anyway, do enjoy your weekend. I'll try and get you guys a video up Monday, Sunday, depending on the content we get. Do need to work on that Harpy guide. But anyway, do enjoy your weekend. And yeah, don't hate me. Yeah, catch you guys later.